Good morning, everyone. Let us first revise what we did till last class. This is the third class on solid state. I strongly anticipated that in the last class you had some difficulties in understanding or conceiving, visualizing the two types of holes those are generated by closed packed lattice. Now we shall once again revise that from the beginning, have a look to the slide. Today I will start my program from this slide. From this slide, and that too I will make it big. And I have the option to annotate here also. I have the option. I can annotate. Nothing to worry. Now, in a simple cubic lattice, as you know, is a loose packed lattice. You know, all the stacking in 2 dimension and 3 dimension, they're done on the use of the convex tips. The spheres are not packed in the cavities, rather they are packed using their convex tips. So if you look to this, a lot of empty space you will find, and the empty space percent, if I can ask you, it is about, not about, it's 48%. This all the backend space, because the packing percentage is only 52%. And one of the unit cell is a simple cubic unit cell. If you visualize one cubic cell is a simple cubic unit cell, and one sphere at any corner is shared by 8 unit cells, and hence if you slice out one cubic cell, slice out and analyze, then at each corner there is 1/8 part. So if you calculate how many spheres is possessed by one sliced cube, it will be 8 into 1/8, that is 1. So that we have done. This is just a revision, because solid state program is really thought provoking. Once you understand, conceptualize, then it will be extremely simple. So I think I will definitely stop my video because I will be, but I am looking at your hands. If at all there is any problem, then you raise your hand. I can immediately sort out the problem if it's possible on my part. Now this is one not sliced. It's not a sliced cube. It's an unsliced unit cell that have been isolated, which is not possible, but isolated for study purpose. It's not a sliced cube. But if you look to one face, 2r is equal to edge length A, and we know how to calculate all these. A coordination number is 6, that is left, right, front. If you look to this, supposing this left, there is another one right, another one below, another one above, and another one front, another one back. So the coordination number is 6 in a simple cubic lattice, right? And number of spheres is 1, A is equal to 2r, and we found the packing fraction is very low, 0.52, and only polonium is the only metal which because it is radioactive, and because the reasons are not known why polonium chooses for simple cubic. Reasons are not known. We know how to find the density, mass of one atom by volume of unit cell, A cube. And I told you that the number of second neighbors is 12 and the distance between them is root 2a, and someday we shall try to locate all the second neighbors together. I asked you to conceptualize, to think about it. And then less close packed. In a less close packed lattice, which is produced from a simple cubic lattice, when you introduce one sphere at the center of every simple cubic lattice, then that is no longer a loose packed lattice. It becomes less close packed lattice, where the packing percentage increases from 0.52 to 0.68, 68%, because the center is occupied by a same sized sphere. And that also we knew to calculate the number of spheres, 8 into 1 by 8 for corners and 1 at the body center, that is total number of spheres is 2. Coordination number is 8, and to understand that, we knew that the one sitting at the body center is in contact with all the 8 at the 8 corners. So that is the way we understand, we try to conceptualize that the coordination number has increased. Obviously, if the percentage of packing increases, the coordination number has to increase, no doubt about it. So it was 6 in simple cubic, it is 8 in body center cubic. The atoms are no longer in contact along edges. You know, when you draw the face, you will find the atom is not in contact. They are not in contact. But I can't show an atom here because that is deeply buried at the center. I can show here only it is face center. So the other one which is there at the body center cannot be viewed from the face. It is buried inside the body center. So they are not in contact along the edges. And I told you, if you draw, this is one unsliced unit cell, not a sliced unit cell. This is the filling, actual filling model. And this is a point diagram, where as if our eyesight is very, very poor. So the one who has drawn this has made a point so enlarged. These are actually points. Do not confuse this, the second one, to be a real filling model. This is the real filling model, where one is sitting at the body center, but this is just the points. It should have been simply points. There is no point to, enlarge the point to such a big one, creating confusion. Now, to understand the geometry, I have only selected 3. One at this corner and the other one at the opposite corner. And the one, this is at the center. This is at the center. So we knew that the body diagonal, which is root 3a, a is the A's length, the body diagonal is equal to 4r, r plus 2r plus r, 4r. So from that, we knew a is equal to 4 by root 3 into r. So that is geometrical relationship we know. And we applied this volume of 2 atoms, volume, because packing fraction takes only volume, not mass. Only when you change it to mass, it becomes density. But the lower one remains the same. So volume of 2 atoms, 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube divided by a cube. And in place of a's length, we wrote 4 by root 3r whole cube. And that gives you 68%. And many metals, all the alkali metals, but you will see lithium is so small in size that it plays the role of anti. Anti in English has several meanings. Thanks to the English language where we can't distinguish between which kind of auntie, whether it is from the maternal side auntie or paternal side auntie or general auntie. So anyway, lithium will be found to crystallize in more than one types of crystal lattice. We'll see that. And there also I gave you one food for thought. The second neighbor is a number of second neighbor for any given sphere is 6, right? And its distance between the two second neighbors is a, because earlier I was taking S for what? Edge length. But nowadays I am taking A, so I have made corrections. And if you find anywhere S, you make it A. And today I will give you, this will be the end of metallic lattice today. And then I'll give you the PPT. I will send you the link. I will keep it in my drive, and I'll give you the link, and you can download them. So then in the coming class, we'll be doing ionic crystals. Today will be the end of metallic crystals. Now, then the most important thing is close packed lattice, hexagonal close packed lattice. When all the spheres will be packed using depressions, whether it is a single layer when we are inserting spheres, the second line sphere using the depression between two spheres, or it is a three-dimensional stacking, we are using the grooves or depression of 3 spheres, just like you see this. These are the 3 spheres forming an equilateral triangle like this, and you are keeping another one on the groove created by these 3 spheres of the lower layer. This one is the top layer and this one is the lower layer. Now I will ask you a question to you. I want your hand raised. Who can tell me, just to make your, to make sure that you have understood well, where is the eraser? Yes. Now tell me the space inside, when 3 spheres forming an equilateral triangle of, say, any layer, over which only one, you look at only one course, there is a large number of such spheres will be creating the 3rd layer. But I am only looking at only one sphere sitting at the middle of the 3 other spheres of the lower layer forming equilateral triangle. What is the space inside? That space which is not visible to a large extent, but if you imagine, I told you in a very casual way, in earlier days there were earthen hearths where we were cooking rice, dal and all things. We're putting wooden fuels inside here so that this is a container carrying rice and water, should boil. And these are the 3 mounts of the earthen hearth. And that space is called what? What kind of hole it is in a close packed lattice? These are all hexagonal close packed. Now I'll ask Miss K, are you here? I'm sorry, I can't tell you, this is recording, I can't tell you the expansion of K, but I want K. What is K? K? K. No, K is missing today. Yes, is there. K. Yes, K, I have already unmuted you. K. I have unmuted you. You have to unmute. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What is that hole called? What is that hole called? Are you listening to me? Hello, are you listening to me? This is really, really very, very embarrassing. She is not able to listen to me because of some problem in her voice system. Then I have to mute her. Yes, Disa? Disa.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. What is the hole called?
The tetrahedral hole.
Precisely, guys, it is tetrahedral hole because the hole is surrounded by 4 spheres located at the 4 corners of a tetrahedron. Therefore, the name of the hole is tetrahedral. Now, if you look to, hands down, please. If you look to just the trick, if you look to only any one sphere, definitely it is sitting on a groove. Any one sphere, then the hole below it is always tetrahedral. But if you look to 3 spheres forming an equilateral triangle of the top layer, another 3 spheres forming an equilateral triangle in this lower layer, but lying in opposite direction. You have to find out, you have to locate. Supposing you locate this equilateral triangle, this one, let me annotate. Sorry. This one and a lower one, where it is not visible here. I will show you in a different one. It is not clearly visible. Another equilateral triangle of lower layer, which is exactly in the opposite direction. I mean, one will be here, and other 2 will be on the opposite side. So then if you find the space within the inner space or the middle empty space within, that is an octahedral hole. I shall show you all these details. So this is a 2-dimensional hexagonal packing over which you will have to fill in these depressions to form the second layer. Second layers are always wherever you put, that is a tetrahedral hole. Octahedral hole will be only created when at least 2 layers are formed. So when 2 layers are formed, say this is the A layer, deep blue, and the faint blue is the B layer. Then there will be 2 alternate series of holes. If you use one triangle of the faint B layer, one triangle, and you select the place for wooden fuel, then that you are talking of the tetrahedral holes. So if you put the spheres over the tetrahedral holes, where you can clearly see another such sphere of the bottom layer A is visible. That means you will be replicating layer A. So the third layer will be exactly corresponding to the first layer if you use all the tetrahedral holes. I mean, this is, this is a triangle. This is a triangle, and you are using these holes. But instead of that, if you use two triangles, so here is a triangle. It's better I show you. Here is a triangle of the upper layer, faint blue, and here is a triangle. Let me change the color. Here is another, this is the faint blue upper layer, and this center of the bottom layer, which is deep blue. When you take two triangles and see the space within, the inner space, which is at the midpoint of the two layers, it is deeply buried inside. The tetrahedral hole is little above the octahedral hole. Its position is little above the octahedral hole, but octahedral hole is deeply buried at the exact midpoint of the two layers. So if you put another sphere to form the third layer in that, over that octahedral hole, it's not on the octahedral hole, over that, when you look at, I used to funnily say, when you find the two, the common hole, that is a common hole for the two adjacent layers. Now, since this is the third layer we are developing for the first time, then I'll say the ground is visible. But subsequently, we cannot say ground is visible. Rather, the third layer corresponding to the newly formed layer will be visible. That means, supposing you develop A, B, C. This is C layer. When you are using all octahedral holes, then this, you are always choosing. Once you found an octahedral hole, then you have to use other octahedral holes only. You cannot use tetrahedral holes. It will be protruding, taking some space of tetrahedral hole. You can't put any other sphere in tetrahedral hole. Once you have started using one series of octahedral holes, then you have to go for other octahedral holes like this. I'm sorry, these diagrams are frustrating because I'm not at all good like you. And this is the third layer, C. And again, when you develop the third layer, ABC, then your job is not to look for the tetrahedral holes, because your pattern should be ABC, ABC, ABC. In that case, you have to again look to the common hole of B and C. You have to take two layers. If you take only one layer and look to the exclusive, hole, that means you are looking to one triangle of the top layer and you are trying to develop the next layer, just looking to one triangle, and you are just in a verge of cooking boiled rice to put your container on that and prepare rice. If you are now preparing rice, then you are using tetrahedral holes. But if you are not a rice eater, then you are looking to two triangles. The two successive layers are required, because of course for tetrahedral hole, two successive layers are not required, because you are developing the top layer over any tetrahedral hole. Any three close packed spheres, you just use it. But avoid octahedral hole. Look to the ground, below. You will find the head of just below that layer, you will find the corresponding sphere of the lower layer. That means you are replicating the layer before the top, over which you are building another layer. But when you are looking at the two common holes, groups, not holes, don't confuse. When you're looking at the two common groups, the group which you left before while you are using the third layer, now you are developing fourth layer. So you look to the common hole of C and B. You will find, you are corresponding to A layer, not ground. Ground is now invisible. A layer becomes ground. So A, B, C, A. Then you use again octahedral holes, the common hole between A and C. You will develop B. So in this way, this type of stacking is called ABC, ABC, ABC type of stacking. I just show you this when you are taking two triangles, then you are looking for octahedral hole. When you're taking one triangle and you are keeping a container over the depression, then this is tetrahedral hole within. It's not visible. But this one is visible because the container is on the lower layer. This is say middle layer and this is the top layer, and that container is sitting on the tetrahedral hole beneath this triangle, this layer. So therefore you can just have a look to the inner part where there is a, but when this layer will be developed, you can't see the tetrahedral hole, it will be buried. So there will be one tetrahedral hole for this and another tetrahedral hole for that. They are not same. They are not same. But octahedral hole is exactly in between the two tetrahedral hole positions. They are all beneath, but octahedral hole is exactly at the midpoint. So when you look to two equilateral triangles, and the space within is called octahedral hole because you can visualize octahedron in so many ways. These two and these two forming a square and one above and one below. This is one, and so many ways you can visualize. I told you, so I feel to revise this, and you can also visualize this one forming a square. I'm sorry. Which one? These two and these two, and one is above, one is below. And also you can have another way of visualization of an octahedron by drawing the square here, where these two and the lower two and these two, and one is above and one is below. So in three ways you can visualize this. So with this, I am again showing you another way how octahedral hole, the red space, which is the vacant space within, is the blue spheres. They are the lower layer, say A layer, and the light green layer, I mean spheres, are forming the top layer. And the space within is the octahedral hole, which has been marked by red color. So this is before stacking. Now this triangle in this direction, this triangle is in this direction. When you stack the two, then the space within is octahedral hole. But when you look to any triangle and put a container over the groove, then the space within is a tetrahedral hole. Now supposing this will sit in the cavity formed by in this groove, above this groove, then it is over the tetrahedral hole. So this will sit here in the alternate hole, because if this sits here, you cannot put any sphere here. It will be protruding to this the two adjacent sides. So the other tetrahedral hole cannot be used, and you have to put this here, another tetrahedral hole and another tetrahedral hole. Once you create this, then you look for another equilateral triangle, two equilateral triangles. If you look, then that will show you the octahedral hole like this. Two adjacent triangles. If you put, instead of this, if you would have looked to any sphere sitting here, not this, but here, the red space would not have been there. That would have been some different color. That would have been tetrahedral hole, right? So you have to visualize all this. Again and again, I will give you the entire PPT. But some of you are not happy because I am not sending the PPT file, original PPT file. So I have been asked, not by ministry, but by my advisor, not to share any PPT file. You can convert it to PDF and share. So I have no this thing, because you are all good. Because if it passes to some other fellow and if he tampers and changes it and says that it is done by the old man SST, then what happens, you know, that will tarnish the I can't say the image, but you know, I don't find a suitable word for it. And you can't see me now because I have switched off my video. But in the meanwhile, ministry has come and given me a half cup of hot drink where I will be sipping, producing a bit of sound so that you can hear, because there is no what, you know, these things will also be heard by, I mean, listened by those viewers who will be watching. They have to tolerate. No, Dia, please switch off your camera. Yes, you can have a look. I can start my video. Oh, well, yes, what I was saying. Now I will not make my gesture a very unappealing and unacceptable. Now see. Yes, we talk much more about these holes, tetrahedral, looking for only one triangle. Only one triangle is enough. Just over the groove you are putting only one sphere. If you look to two triangles, then you have to find out the hole is buried deep in the middle, and above it if you are putting, then it is, you are saying you are putting over an octahedral hole. Yes, you are not putting anything in octahedral hole, that is deeply buried. That position will be taken up in our ionic crystal structure. That will be taken up by, you know, cations. Anions will be forming, say, the main lattice, you know, this, supposing this close packed lattice, and maybe tetrahedral hole or maybe octahedral hole, which is lying back end, will be occupied by a very tiny cation. Cations are usually smaller in size, usually, than the anions. So they will occupy. They are in ionic crystal, will be knowing their utility. But here they are simply lying idle in metallic crystal. Now it is getting late. We have not yet written anything. Already 1 hour passed. Again, I am showing you. These are the tetrahedral holes. If you want to use, then this is the 3 spheres forming a triangle, and this is tetrahedral hole positions. And if you use them, then you will see the octahedral hole positions will be automatically revealed. This are the, you know, this will be the positions of octahedral hole. It will develop. This is one triangle, and the black ones are the other triangle. So the space within at the midpoint of the 2 layers will be the octahedral hole. Then 3rd layer will be you know, created using only the octahedral holes. Once you use octahedral holes, not holes, don't confuse that I am using the holes, but putting above. Just looking to the octahedral hole, you are putting on a groove, not on the hole, but you are looking at the octahedral hole and putting. I used to say, in earlier times, I used to say you are putting over 2 common holes. And if only one exclusive hole where the head of another one is immediately exposed, then you are using tetrahedral hole. But when you are finding another sphere deep inside, you know, below 2 layers, then you are using octahedral holes. So I used to say, you know, when you are looking at 2 common holes and using the next layer, you are using, you know, you are developing C layer, different layer. When you are using a hole, immediately you will be able to observe the head of the just previous layer, the layer before the layer over which you are building up the top layer. Am I clear? Raise your hands. The concepts, these two are in opposite direction, so that we are interested in an octahedral hole. So then we have to look for any two equilateral triangles lying in opposite direction, if at all we are interested in octahedral hole. Right? Good. This we have already written. Don't worry. We know closed packed lattice are of two types. Is my favorite when you are using the tetrahedral holes. That is called the AB type of stacking that you know. This is called, the stacking is AB. That means you are using the exclusive hole of the top layer to build the next layer. Or now, the first time I have started saying that when you are using the groups above the tetrahedral holes, not using tetrahedral holes, the groups above the tetrahedral holes, then so that tetrahedral holes will be created. Then you are having AB. But this one is ABC. When you are using the two common holes of the two continuous successive layers below, two successive layers below over which you are building the top layer. If you are using the common hole that now we say above the octahedral hole, if you are positioning the top layer, then it is developing ABC. And the unit cell of this stack structure is my favorite unit cell, and this is your favorite cell, CCP, or it is also called FCC, face-centered cubic. You have to remind me, Vishal is now waiting. You have to remind me up to what extent we wrote in our copies. This is a classroom live program. I don't mind if someone will no, let me switch off my, otherwise, I'll be looking at each of you, all the guys. I'm not branding you any specific brand you don't have. You are such so good guys. So I'm stopping my video because I'll be just producing very, very bad gesture, I have myself viewed, watched my own videos, classroom live videos, and I have detested that. The way I look at and I put my face, that is not acceptable. If I look at, watch it, the video, I will put a thumbs down button. I'm sorry. No, this is not Corona. This is, entering to my trachea or something like that. I'm sorry, I'm very poor in biology. So HCP today will be doing, to close our discussion on metallic crystals, HCP, the details we have not yet done. Deliberately I have avoided because, I'm sorry. But I have introduced that AB type of stacking of hexagonal layers. That means over the tetrahedral holes that will generate the unit cell. Now see, now how AB will be looked like. If this is the middle layer, now the three alternate groups that will be using to develop the top layer will be the exactly similar groups that will be using to develop the lower layer, right? So this layer will be corresponding with this. This is above, this is below, but similar groups. But if you use the alternate group, supposing this is in triangle is, the head of the triangle is towards the other side, behind us, and so also here. But supposing we create a packing so that these these three, the groups that we have used for developing the top layer, those which you have left, not we, it will be automatically left. If those left out layers will be used to develop the lower layer, then the triangle will be pointed in the opposite direction. then that will be the ABC type of stacking. Now I'm showing you again and again. This is AB. We have two choices. If you look to the immediate holes, I mean above the hole, these are tetrahedral holes, where immediately you look to the face of a sphere, of the layer just below the layer over which you are trying to build the top layer. Please allow me to complete my tea because it will grow cold. So let me sip in producing a loud noise. I don't know, you guys, what you are doing there, since we are not looking at each other, you may be involved in, but to me, honestly speaking, I get more satisfaction in this method. Because to some extent, I try to sidetrack, forget those who are really distract prone, who will not sit for 5 minutes without disturbing others. There are intrinsically some students in every class. Sometimes Mr. Baidhar also, indulges in some mischief mongering of acceptable type, but still his childishness is yet to go. And others, so that I'm undermining, I'm totally forgetting about that. But worldwide survey was conducted, because around the globe online coaching is going on, teaching is going on. But the survey says, in many surveys, more than 50%, in some cases 80%, they say that classroom contact program is much more enlightening and effective than online classes, for many reasons that a teacher is unable to reprimand us, because we need intrinsically we need reprimand from time to time, and also we cannot interact so very nicely, and moreover we are going out of network connection many times because of the rush in the traffic in the internet. So that's the reason why majority, they do not favor this online. So I am really desperate to see your beautiful faces, your handsome faces, and kid, you physically, I mean, looking at you. Now it's going to be finished. Now see, this one is a AB. About the details we have not yet discussed. The geometry we have not yet discussed. AB. Supposing this is A, exactly the third layer is sitting. This is B, its third layer is exactly sitting above it. AB, because we are using the tetrahedral holes, the exclusive holes. Now, you might be wondering, some of you, why sir is repeating again and again? We have understood. I'm so sorry. Now see, we have selected, 7 of the top layer, 1 at the center and other 6 at the 6 corners of a hexagon, to have some geometry program, solid state geometry program. We have selected only 7, and also 7 in the bottom layer. A, B, A. Supposing this one is A, this one is also A, replica, but a different layer. It's a third layer, but we call it A, B, A. And we have selected only 3 which are sitting at the alternate groups, tetrahedral, over the tetrahedral holes they are sitting, and we have taken only these three. We are not interested in the extension further. There is hundreds and thousands of spheres forming the top layer, bottom layer as well, and the middle layer. But we are not interested in them because we will be bringing mastery over geometry. So this one, try to just this one is a composite unit. It's not a unit cell. It is a composite unit containing three primitive hexagonal unit cells. The one again highlighted in red here, that is one, and one highlighted red in a apparently looking cubic. Actually, it is not cubic. It is hexagonal because this angle, these are 120. A is equal to B, not equal to C. The height is greater. So this is hexagonal, my favorite. So we will be deliberately taking this composite unit containing three unit cells. One here identified by lines, and the other one below, and the third one here. So we'll be drawing that. Don't worry at all. So we'll be drawing that very soon. So only one unit cell has been identified, but behind it there is one, and to the left of it, exactly not behind, but behind one, and to the left, exactly not left, also covering some behind. So that is another. So altogether three, right? So this diagram we'll be doing. Don't worry. Our pattern of learning coaching is writing. We will be doing that. But since it is all now, again I am showing you AB type of stacking. Only selecting only three in the layer in between two layers. This layer has 7, 1 at the center, 6 at the 6 corners, and this also 7. And in between I have shown only 3. That doesn't mean that it is restricted to 3. There is extension and forming a large two-dimensional layer, but selected only 3. So this unit, we will be taking this unit. Forget about this. You agree? This is green, that is green. You forget about this. This unit, stacking, supposing we stack this. This is, away from each other. You just stack it. Let me put a sound. Stack it. Then that composite unit will be having 3 unit cells of my liking, right? Same thing I have shown. This is a point model. This is a point model, as if we have some defect in eyesight. So this is the point at which this sphere, the middle sphere, is sitting. This is the actual space filling model, and we are not interested in many. Let us cancel all this. We are interested in only this unit, whose point diagram is shown here. 6 at the 6 corners of an hexagon, 1 at the middle. Since the same thing in the bottom layer and in the middle layer, alternate. If this groove is used, then this one has to be left automatically. Then this group will be used. This is sitting above this group, and this will be left automatically. And this is sitting above this group, and this has to be left automatically. So these are not, these are not the space filling diagram. These are the point diagram for us who have a very defective vision, who cannot distinguish between a point and a sphere. So a cone sphere, I'm sorry, using the word cone, if someone will be looking in Italy or in non Odisha state, somebody by chance becomes interested to continue, then at times, that cone will pose a great threat to his understanding or her understanding. And that happens, when we are listening to Italian speaking in English. in a very slow and watchful English speaking, just like we Indians speak English while thinking in Indian language, in Hindi or in Odia, and translate every time to English. We don't think in English. That's the problem with us. Similarly, other countries like Italy, France, they do speak English, but they also translate. So they speak very slow, even slower than Indians. So when they speak, I have heard many Italians, many French people, having creating videos in English, but in between they are spontaneously, effortlessly, they let loose some French or Italian terms. That's why I have the right to use the word kuni. So why I was saying kuni, I forgot. Well, forget. So this is the point diagram which we'll be drawing just after a bit. Now, this is a time where you have to tell me how far we had proceeded. This is the other way, ABC type of stacking that will generate, when you are using the above the octahedral hole position over, not at. You will be getting ABC, the common groove. That means if this triangle is pointing towards us, this triangle is pointing to the other side, then you are developing another layer which is not a replica of the top, of the third layer. So this is ABC. Again, the fourth layer will be developed using the common hole of the successive two layers below it. So that is ABC. Equilateral triangles lie in opposite directions. And this is A layer, the bottom layer. B layer is the yellow layer, and C is the top layer, that is C layer. ABC. And if you are using these yellow ones, I mean the groove to which yellow ones are visible, then again you are getting AB. But if you look to those holes where the bottom layer, the two common holes of two successive layers, where the third layer is visible, then you are using octahedral holes over the octahedral holes, and then you will be getting C. That has happened. That has happened while creating C. Now, if you want to have another B, then you have to use this. A, B, C is an A. I'm sorry. When you want to get another A, B, I have written B at the top, but actually I should have written like this to avoid confusion. So this is the bottom layer, this is the middle layer, and this is the top layer. And this is the top layer, C. And if you want again A, look where A is visible. That is the common layer of C and B. Then you will be generating once again A. Then look to the common hole between A, the newly generated A, and C. You will generate B, and so on. You must be thinking that sir is really boring. Is boring to the power infinity. I'm so sorry. So the unit cell of such stacking ABC is not the one which I like. The one which you like is called the face-centered cubic, or also called cubic close packed, because it is a cubic type of cell but close packed. So it is the packing is called cubic close packed, ABC, and the unit cell is face-centered cubic. So you can use the two interchangeably. FCC and CCP, these two terms are used interchangeably. So for this, now I'm showing you how you can visualize. When you are stacking horizontally, one layer above the other, ABC, and you have stacked, say, thousands of layers over the other one another in a horizontal manner, growing vertically, but stacking the layers are horizontal, but you are growing the height of the field model in a vertical manner. You cannot visualize, you cannot see clearly where is the unit cell. But only when you rotate about about a vertical axis by 90 degree, then hundreds and thousands of FCC unit cells will be visible to you. Now, for that, I have selected only one sphere of A layer and 6 spheres on B layer and 6 spheres in, I'm sorry, this is A is only one A layer, then B layer only 6, and C layer, which is not the replica of B, is a different layer, another 6, and only one is the repetition of A. A, B, C, A. You have to select out of the infinite number of spheres in every layer. We select only these and then stack. And then stack. These are all separated and stack. And about a vertical axis, we rotate by 90 degrees. And then clearly we can see one unsliced FCC unit cell. Now see this one, which to me looks like a violet type, and this yellow, and this yellow, and this blue, this forms the top face, and this yellow is at the center of that face. And the side face is visible. The blue and this violet and yellow, they form the 4 corners of the side face, left side face, and this one is at the body center, this one. And similarly, the top face is visible. Blue and this violet, this yellow, violet, they form a square, and this one is at the center of the face. So, and the back face is not visible. The right side face is not clearly visible, and the bottom face is not clearly visible. But remember this, remember this one, when you take this, file from me, and you get rid of that ghost that is grappling you for the last several days, that you have committed to give a test despite my saying no, that ghost should go away from your systems. Then only you will have a free mind to look at these solid state things. Now this is one layer. Supposing A, we have selected only one. This is say supposing we start from here, this is the A layer, selected only one, and this is the second layer, B, and this is the third layer, C, and again A. So this was previously stacked by us in a vertical manner. Each layer is horizontally created, and by doing so, unlike the case of my favorite, where by doing so we can visualize, we can see hundreds and thousands of hexagonal unit. The composite units are visible. And if you can imagine to divide the composite unit into 3 unit cells, then also it is possible to visualize. There is no need to rotate. It is immediately visible, hexagonal units. But after stacking ABC, 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 you cannot. Or if you do not want to rotate, because it's not possible for you, I'm talking hypothetically, if you yourself fly and look at a 90-degree angle by rotating yourself, then also you can visualize. Since you are wanting not to budge an inch to sit in your own position, then you have to rotate that stacked structure about 90 degree, about a vertical axis. Then you can see hundreds and thousands of FCC unit cells will welcome you. I say, hi KA, how are you? So this is one unit cell. I think we didn't, again I'm showing this is the triangle, the same direction. These are the triangles in the opposite direction. This is AB, AB, and this is ABC, ABC. Now, coordination. I think we should have to write from this. Don't worry. We may not write today. Another half an hour to go. We may not write today anything. Maybe we will write some in some other day after the ghost goes away from your system. I was just forgetting to tell you one thing, that the nomenclature, the isomerism, both stereo as well as these things, you know, structural or constitutional, they are also a part of alkanes. Alkanes, it is optical. In alkanes, geometrical. Alkynes, nothing. In benzene, ortho, para, meta, those are, you know, structural isomers. There is no stereoisomerism in benzene. So you have to also look to, you know, from time to time, we have also revised in our program. While we discussed alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, there is no stereo, but nomenclature will be there. So from all aspects, you will get, but the questions are simple as it was in ionic equilibrium. I tell you, I was working on it for some time yesterday, and today I will finalize the question and then start exporting to that form, Google form. And if I find, we have to fix up a time. In the beginning, when you talk to me for 5 minutes, we will discuss and we have to finalize the time. You have to tell me, Susoban is now waiting, how long I don't know, but I don't think he was there. So this is unfortunate. So you have to tell me the time. I will tell you, I have decided to have 50 questions. But if I can make 60, then I have to increase the time. If it is 50, I think I will keep at 50. Then you have to see what time is required for the guys like you. I don't brand you in any way, but if you really need more, you tell me. Maybe some of you who are very highly prepared, he can submit before. There is no bad, but I will concede time. Time is under my control, I can tell you. But once we decide a particular time limit, then I will just download the Excel file, those who have submitted by that time. I will not relax like the previous case. First, you tell me what extra time you need, right? So why you are saying, now let me ask you a question. Whether it is FCC or CCP, sorry, it is HCP, my favorite, or your favorite. Only difference is stacking pattern. The patterns are different, you know, AB, 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 or ABC, ABC, ABC. But they are all close packed. And if I ask you to find what is the coordination number, I have already demonstrated you, so there is no question of asking you. The answer is there, 12 for both. Why? Who can explain to me? That is also written here. Each sphere, say you think about the middle layer. You take any one of the middle layer that is surrounded by 6 being contact, forming a hexagon in that layer. And that middle one about which we are thinking of is in also contact with 3 other spheres in the top layer, which are in alternate tetrahedral holes, right? So in the top layer 3 and the layer below the middle layer also 3, either the similar holes, I mean similar groups forming AB, 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 or the alternate holes ABC, 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 but 3. So altogether, the middle sphere of the middle layer, the central sphere of the middle layer is in contact with 12. 6 in its own layer. Ananya Priyadarshini, please switch off your camera. Please switch off your camera. We are in recording mode. And at 6 in its own layer, any layer you take, 6 in its own layer, because we are considering this coordination number of 1. That will not be counted. So the middle, I mean the central one, that won't be counted. With how many others it is in direct contact. So 6 in its own layer, 3 in the layer above, and 3 in the layer below. So altogether, the coordination number here is 12. So don't write anything. I now anticipate, I mean, strongly feel that today we can't write anything. It's good for us. Once we understand clearly, then in the next class we will write. Only write, complete writing, and then we immediately go to the ionic crystals. Right? Now see, possibly to what extent this we had not written. The coordination number is 12. We have not written this. I think we have drawn, as far as my weak memory is concerned, that we have drawn both the point cell diagram and the space filling model of one unit cell, which is your favorite ABC type. I'm showing you where are ABC slanting ones. You know, when you look to draw a unit cell, the layers are now slanting, has been created by 90-degree rotation. So if this is one from layer A and its parallel layer slanting but parallel is, you know, this supposing we start from here, it is one layer and this is second layer. It contains 6, right? And 3 are sitting at the 3 face centers and 3 are sitting at the 3 corners. And this is C. Again, 3 are sitting at the 3 face centers and 3 are sitting at the 3 corners, but they belong to one layer. It's not looking like that because it is a point model. It is because the creator of this diagram always feels that we have some defect in our vision. Points will be invisible to us, so he or she has expanded the points into a kuni. Yes, I was saying you kuni, which people cannot understand. Kuni means, guys who are not able to understand this Odia meaning of kuni, is tiny. Kuni is the English translation is tiny, and kuni spheres, tiny spheres. So this is third layer ABC and another one replica of the first layer A. So these layers are now see the same thing in a space filling model. This one has been selected from this one, and 6 will be there. 3 are the face centers and 3 are the corners. This is B and this is C, same thing. 3 are the face centers and 3 are the corners. The other corner is not visible. And this one at the only one sitting at a one means it is sitting at a tetrahedral over the tetrahedral hole. So this will be a unsliced the FCC unit cell. We have done that, and here also the spheres are in not contact along the edges. The spheres sitting at the corners of the cube, they are not in contact along the edges. Just like in BCC, these are also not in contact. And we also have seen here, I think we have also have a geometrical derivation that if we draw the face of one sphere, one face, then this is the face diagonal, not body diagonal. This is the face diagonal, which is root 2a. I think we have not done. Have we? I want to ask you, please raise your hand. Just to make me feel that we have not done. Please raise your hand whether we have done written or not. Sonalisa is another gully girl. Janavi, you are not the only Gigi. Another Gigi is there to compete with you. You are a late comer, Gigi. You change your habit. Yes, the Gigi too, Sonalisa. Have you done that? Our last class?
No, sir, we haven't done that.
Okay. So all the things we'll be writing in our next program, but I want to complete the understanding part. Don't worry. And the newcomers are supposed to remain absent in the coming organic class if they do not want to appear the test. If they are interested, then I will be equally happy. If not, no harm. We again meet on Saturday. And yes, this is the phase diagonal. In BCC, we required the body diagonal. This is the phase diagonal, which is root 2a. A is the A's length. And that phase diagonal is equal to 4R. It contains R, 2R, R. Total is 4R. R is the radius of each sphere. Sphere means atom. And the relationship between if 4R is equal to root 2A, then A is equal to 4 by root 2 into R, that is 2 root 2R. Now see the geometry, how we are finding out the packing fraction. And the number of atoms in one unit cell, if you slice it out from the gigantic lattice, you slice one FCC cube FCC, then obviously the 8 into 1 by 8, I think we have done it, seen it in models. Then we'll be taking half slices of spheres sitting at the 6 face centers, because one half will be on this unit cell and another half in the adjacent unit cell. So its share per unit cell is half, and there are 6 face centers. 6 spheres at the 6 space centers. So altogether, when we calculate the packing fraction as well as density, we have to use 4 units of that atom to find out the volume or the density. So now see the packing fraction that we got is this one. Volume of the total number of atoms present in one unit cell, C is missing, and the entire volume of the cube unit cell. So that means volume of 4 atoms by volume of unit cell. 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube by a cube. And what is A and R, how they are related? It is 2 root 2 r. A, we have already done the geometry. 2 root 2 r whole cube. R cube cancels, and we simplify to 0.74. Now you find the improvement in the occupancy level compared to BCC. It is not though much greater. It was 0.68, now it is 0.74, but there is an increase, and that is the final. Close packed is the final. No more close packing is possible. So it is 74% is occupied. We will find the geometry in hexagonal close packed, my favorite, that also will be coming 0.74. But this geometry is little intriguing. Therefore, in many texts, including your NCERT text, it is totally, completely silent about HCP. Because as if the solid state geometry is very hard, it has totally avoided any discussion. It has said ABC, ABC, ABC. AB type of stacking will generate hexagonal unit cells. It has said that. Shown the diagram. But geometry, height, that is C, which is different from A and B. If A is the edge length, which is A is equal to B, that is A. And so that we take as the edge length. Then C is the height that we call H. Then what is H? How they are related? What is the volume of the unit cell? That and how many number of spheres will be there in one unit cell? Completely silent. So, but again, we will find the packing fraction of the 0.74. We shall be understanding all this today. Don't worry. So density will be just the replacement of mass. Mass of 4 atoms divided by the volume of the denominator will be same. The mass of one unit cell, which contains 4 spheres, by volume. And when we will solve problems, we'll be using Avogadro's number, because the absolute mass, where 4 into atomic mass, for example, calcium is 40. 4 into 40 by Avogadro's number will give you the absolute mass of 4 atoms. Then volume, the edge length will be given to you. That has been determined by X-ray diffraction analysis. For every crystal, the edge length is determined. So it will be given to you in angstrom or in picometer or in micrometer and all that. So examples are many. Alkali metals, they have a BCC flavor, and the alkaline earth metals, excepting the beryllium and magnesium, they have my favorite. Therefore, I like beryllium, magnesium the most. Calcium, strontium are your favorite. Aluminium from group 13, nickel, copper, silver, these are the transition metals. They also crystallize in FCC lattice. So FCC and CCP, they are one and the same. And I give you this nearest neighbor is 6. number of nearest neighbor for any given sphere, the number of nearest neighbor, sorry, second nearest neighbor is 12. I'm so sorry. The nearest neighbor is always 12 for whether it is my favorite or your favorite. 6 in its own layer, 3 in the layer above, and 3 in the layer below. Whether they remain slanting for ABC to look, to view a FCC unit cell, you have to make a slanting arrangement of these layers, or it's my favorite, no slanting, because the old man cannot dance, even cannot rotate himself, or can be able to rotate about a vertical axis, so he can view only directly by after stacking, right? So in both the cases, the number of second neighbors to a particular sphere is 6, and the distance between the second neighbors is S. I give you a task. When you get my PPT slide and you visualize it looking to the animation pictures, it's not exactly animation, a 3D pictures represented in 2D to have a greater concept. So then you will tell me where at the location, right? Now let us enter into my favorite. These are the problems based on FCC, CCP, FCC is same as CCP, and FCC and BCC, and there is no simple cubic problem. So I think we had done one problem or not. I don't know, but I give you as a home task to do before I give you. No, I don't give anything. I don't give anything. Just listen. These are the problems based on the last 3. What are the last 3? Simple cubic, isko forget it. BCC and FCC. BCC and FCC. BCC belongs to a different category, less close packed. But CCP or FCC belongs to a different category, close packed, and that too ABC type of stacking pattern. But my favorite geometry is now coming. I was interested, to tell you the geometry. Now this is the composite part that I am interested in. If you have left, maybe this part, not this one. For our better understanding of geometry, I will be taking a composite unit containing 3 unit cell, this part, or this part. 7 from one layer, 7 from the third layer, and 3 from the bottom, middle layer. That I'll be taking. Now see the geometry. Again, I'm showing you this 7, 1 at the center, 6 at the 6 corners of a hexagon, and same thing at the bottom layer, and in between, sandwiched between them, is 3 alternate spheres. Now this is a space filling model, and that is unsliced, but this is sliced. This is sliced out. I will ask you a question. Tell me, the ones which are sitting at the hexagonal corners will be shared by how many unit cells, so that per unit cell, what will be its share, fractional share per unit, not unit cell, a composite unit that we are interested in. This is a composite unit content. Now you can see, this is the point filling diagram. This one is the point filling diagram. This is not point filling, point diagram for a defective eyesight like us. So these are the Cooney spheres representing points. So this is one unit cell, hexagonal primitive unit cell. This one, the angle is 120 here. And this one is the other, and this one is the third. So there are 3 unit cells, and we are taking that composite, that composite unit for our purpose. Now this is a sliced out composite unit. Now tell me, raise your hands. Many have raised your hands, so I want to see. Doesn't matter whether you can write, but I'm sure within 10 minutes we'll be able to understand the geometry well. Now, Khan Sahab, guys, I'm revealing a secret chatting between Khan Sahab and your boring teacher SST, who repeats and repeats same thing several times, as if we are I'm sorry. So Khan Sahab asked me the day in the last class, just after the last class, one thing. When I posted in the group that the Sunday class will remain suspended to make you give you more time for preparation. So then I chatted with Baidar, who said that it's your wish. And then I wrote there will be no class. I waited for some time, no resistance came to suspend the class. So I suspended the class, canceled the class. But after that, after some time, I got a personal chat from Khan Sahab. Khan Sahab, permit me to share with all. Then he wrote, sir, what is there any relationship between having a test on Thursday and cancelling the class on Sunday? He had a severe apprehension. He asked me. Then I had to tell him the truth because he was very logical in his approach. All of you have noticed that I am greedy in that respect. To spend time with you and teach and deliver is my passion till my last breath. I would like to do that, even if my intake capacity will be less, but I would like to breathe my last while just talking to my students. And I used to tell to my students that don't feel at all horrified when you find your teacher falling down in front of you and having no breath going on. You celebrate. Death is a celebration just like birth. So coming back to Khan Sahab, then I had to reveal the truth. After sharing this thing, which was a secret between Khan Sahab and me, I told to keep it a secret between you and me. He said yes, that I have some personal work for which I do not want to be disturbed. So I took it as a pretext to tell all that we will not have the class. Then he said, I apprehended the same way, sir. Otherwise, you would not have suspended the class. Then my question to rest of you, whether you also knew that the sir is suspending the class definitely for the reason which is connected to him, not connected to the examination, or you really wanted to get the free time so that mentally you will not be burdened with many more concepts, and that will hamper, and you need not have to wake up early morning, so you can utilize the whole Saturday night to prepare. So what was the reality? Raise your hand. I want to know. I guess some of you must have realized that the bone of contention lies in the teacher, not with the test. I want to ask, SS, I want to talk to your Mausi. Why SS? I want to talk to Mitra Babu. Mitra Babu? Yes, Mitra Babu? Mitra Babu?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Be honest. Be honest.
Yes, sir. I guess that you must have some personal work. Sir, because for test we had enough. We had 1 week.
Okay, thank you. And one from girl. Any girl is here? Any girl? Girls are absolutely, they are hiding their minds. Very diplomatic. Excepting K, I have already talked with her. I wanted some other girl, but no girl is raising her hand because they are so diplomatic. Maybe I will construe, girls, that you wanted a suspension. you could not read your teacher's mind, and you cannot claim मुझे तो कोई प्यार नहीं करता, आप बोलते थे, no, we do care. How can you claim unless you understand your teacher's inner feeling? Okay, hands down please, let us continue. Another 5 minutes are left. So if I ask you a question, what is the sphere? Who can answer this question? Raise your hand. Any sphere which is at the corner of a hexagon, the top layer and the bottom layer, is shared by how many unit cells? Khan Saab, are you annoyed with me to share
No, sir.
our secrets? Yes, sir, or no,
No,
sir?
sir. No, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. Tell me how many unit cells it is sharing, and what is the its fractional share per unit?
Sir, fractional share will be 1/6.
Precisely, it is shared by 6 such units, not unit cells, such units, and its share per unit is 1/6. Now I have drawn that. Switch off. I mean, your audio, please. Kasa. Now I have shown. Supposing this one, you take this one. Are you looking at it? Please concentrate more because we are enhancing this pace. So supposing you look at this one. So this one is a part to this unit, to another such unit to the right, to another such unit to the top. And such units, 3 units are below, and similarly 3 units are above. So altogether 6 such units are having this as a common sphere. So if you slice out one such unit, you will find 1/6 part sitting at all the 6 corners of the hexagon. And what about the middle one, this one? So any face center is shared by 2. One in this unit and the other adjacent unit. So whether it is a cubic unit cell or hexagonal unit, this thing. So anything sitting at the center of any face is shared by 2. So its share per unit is half. And what about these 3 forming the middle layer? I mean, we have selected only 3. They are completely buried inside this composite unit. So they belong to the absolute property of that unit. So entirely 3, no breakup. We had broken up, sometime. Then I got the assurance from you that yes, yes, I was unilateral in misunderstanding you. You no longer have reduced your reverence, your love for your teacher. So when I was convinced, then again I was very confident. Now, yesterday I felt a little bit because you didn't tell me about the Vaidhar's response. And then I thought that since it is Vaidhar, it is none other person who can be seriously taken. So, sir might be kidding. So, then I took it in that way. Okay, so if I ask you, what is the total number of, but Khan Sahab, let me share with you. Others may shut down your ears. You can shut down your ears with some cotton. I want to talk to Khan Sahab. I think Divya Sahu is increasingly becoming oblivious. Can you raise your hand? At least I want to see your hand. Divya Sahu. Divya Jyoti, yes. So I want you to occupy. I think you had told me a lower mark last time. It was more than, it was 88 something, 90 something, yes. Okay, this time I'm sure you will give a good fight and revive your lost glory. Now, what I was asking, okay, hands down please. If you calculate the number of, the same thing I am showing, will be drawing. I myself will be drawing as a very poor artist. This thing will be drawing. This is the expanded point model. This is also the same point model. 6 forming layer A, 3 which is buried inside the middle layer, and 7, in fact 7, that is forming the top layer. Same, these are all point models for defective eyesight. These are all point diagrams. Same thing, we'll be drawing that. Then this is the filling diagram is here. This is the filling diagram, this one and this one. This is unsliced, this is sliced. Now, these are the things. Hence, the coordination number is always, 12, which we have already found out. Coordination number is 12. I have not written anywhere. Coordination number is always 12, whether it is CCP or my favorite, AB. Coordination number is 12. Then the number of spheres in one composite unit, let us take the composite unit, is 12, because in the upper layer there are 6 corners and in the lower layer there are 6 corners. So altogether 12 corners. So each corner sitting sphere is having 1/6 fraction per unit. So 12 into 1/6 plus 2 into half, because one in the top layer in the face center and the other one in the bottom layer at the face center. So 2 into half plus 3 exclusively in the middle layer. They're exclusively buried inside the unit cell. So altogether 6. So if 6 spheres are present virtually in one composite unit, if you ask a question, what is the number of spheres in one primitive hexagonal unit cell? Obviously by 3, because such big unit has 3 primitive unit cells. So 6/3 is 2. So you must know very clearly. For the understanding purpose, we are taking the big unit containing 3 unit cells. But if question will ask you how many unit cells are present, virtually present in one unit cell, primitive unit cell, it is 2. Now I was saying, Khan Sahab, to switch off your ears, that on one batch, a student who is now a renowned researcher in US or in some European country, when he took my PPT file, at that time I was giving the PPT file, he worked on it. Then he said, sir, definitely one of them will be protruding out and will be taking some little space of the other adjacent similar composite unit cell. Then how can you say it is 3? No sharing business. Then I gave him the task, you answer. So then he calculated. I am so ecstatic about his analysis, that yes, if one of them is protruding to share with the adjacent unit, then another one in the other adjacent other side, similar fraction is being protruded inside the unit that we are considering. So there is net 3 spheres which are to be taken virtually belonging to the middle layer exclusively onto that particular unit. So that was the discussion level that he put the entire class into. Those days are gone, maybe 10, 15 years before. Now I'm sharing with you because some of you have the capacity to interact with me to that level. Now see, if this is A, that is the A's length, A, this is the A's length. This is not the, this is the A's length. A. So this is the A's length A, that is any hexagonal base A, and this is the height C. The one which we are talking C, I have taken H, which is different from A. These all are A in the hexagonal base, these all are A in the hexagonal base. Let us do a little bit of geometry. A is the edge length of the hexagonal base, and obviously A is equal to 2R, because this center and this center, this is 2R. So the relationship between the hexagonal edge length, base length A is equal to 2R, and we need the height. The height. For that, we know first we have to know the half height. The same as this half height and this half. The distance between these two layers, these are not stacked. Actual stacked is this. the height between this layer and the middle layer, or the central positions. The centers of all these spheres and the centers of these spheres, that distance is half height, h by 2. Same as this half height. So total is full height. So in the book, you will find, not in your NCERT book, the half height is 2 by 3 root over A. A is the hexagonal base length. 2 by 3 root over A. So full height is equal to 2 into 2 by 3 root over A. Now, maybe that same year, students asked me, sir, you are writing this thing directly. So how can you prove? Then I said, you have brought mastery in geometry. I am not teaching mathematics. Geometry, all these mathematical things are not in my prerogative. So I give you a challenge to prove it. There is nowhere in the book, textbooks, the proof. How half height is equal to 2 by 3 root over A, and then full height is equal to into 2, that you find out. Then in the next day, they came out with solution. And I will tell you, not today, I will tell you, I will give you the PPT today. You will yourself find and tell me, sir, I have understood. Now let us find out, how many equilateral triangles are there in one base. You know how many equilateral triangles are there? 6. This is 1, this is 1, 1, 1. So in one hexagonal base, whether it is top or bottom, there are 6 equilateral triangles. And you know the volume of a object, a symmetrical object, like a cylinder or an object like this, is equal to this area of any base. This is here, it is hexagonal base, into the height. That will give you the volume of the regular geometrical 3D figure. And then that we are going to find. That we are going to find here. Area of hexagonal base is equal to 6 into area of each triangle, half base into height. Half base is equal to A, and the height is equal to root 3 by 2A. That is the area of one equilateral triangle, and there are 6 equilateral triangles in one hexagonal base. So this is the total area. And the height, we have already learned that if half height is 2 by 3 root over A, then the whole height is 2 into 2 by 3 root over A. And when you find, it gives you 3 into root 2A cube. So if 3 into root 2A cube is the volume of the entire composite unit, then if you will be asked in a question, what will be the volume of one primitive hexagonal unit cell? It will be by 3. It is simply root 2A cube. If you do not know this, you will not be able to answer in particularly in JEE advanced level things. And maybe in AIMS and other NEET, there is no limit. And packing fraction, you can find out if you take either the whole, you can either take the whole composite, take 6 spheres, and take the volume of the entire composite unit, 3 into root 2A cube, or you can take volume of 2 spheres, taking one primitive unit, divided by volume of one primitive hexagonal unit cell. I have chosen to take the entire composite. So there are already we have decided, we have calculated 12 into 1 by 6 plus 2 into half plus 3. So total 6 spheres into volume of one sphere is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube, and divided by, this is 3 into root 2A cube, because we found out the volume of the entire composite unit is 3 into root 2A cube, and so that will give you this. And in place of A, the hexagonal base edge length is equal to 2r into whole cube. R cube cancels, and the same thing comes, because both belong to close packed category. So how the packing fraction will be different? They have to be same. So, but the geometry is different. The explanation, and this lithium, Kuni lithium and beryllium, both the smallest ones in their respective families, they crystallize in my favorite crystal lattice, along with magnesium and titanium, zirconium, and some of the other metals, tensile metals, which sometimes crystallize in both the ways, depending on the temperature conditions and the manner of cooling. They can crystallize in more than one possible ways, either SCP or CCP. And the density of my favorite is the mass. Either you take the entire unit, composite unit, mass of 6 spheres by volume of the composite unit, or mass of 2 spheres by volume of 1 primitive hexagonal unit, which is root 2a cube. This will be 3 into root 2a cube, and 6 into, supposing it is my favorite magnesium, so 24 by Avogadro's number. That will be the mass of, absolute mass of 1 atom into 6 divided by 3 into root 2, and S length will be given to you, so you can find out the density of such magnesium or beryllium type of crystal. And this is the derivation of half height. Now this one is sitting in the over the tetrahedral hole, and you have to have two geometries. You have to draw a perpendicular from the center of the upper container, I mean where rice water will be boiled, to fall on the plane carrying the 3 centers of the lower layer. These are the centers of the 3 spheres on the lower layer. This is the center of the upper layer sitting in the groove, and you find a perpendicular height. This perpendicular height is nothing but S by 2, because this is 1 and below that there is another 8. So you are indirectly finding half height. So this is one equilateral triangle standing slantingly, and this one is another equilateral triangle standing horizontally. So this is slanting because this sphere is sitting on the groove of this sphere. So this one is 1/3 of this height. So this BO is 1/3 of this height, root 3 by 2a. And this AB is another root 3 by, this is another equilateral triangle. So if you look to this small Kuni triangle, this is right angle triangle, then this is root 3 by 2a of this equilateral triangle, and this is 1/3 of this height. This is 1/3 of root 3 by 2a. So it is this one is this square minus this square, the Pythagoras theorem. So it is AB square, that is root 3 by 2a whole square minus 1/3 of root 3 by 2a whole square. And when you take the square root, you will be getting 2 by 3 root over a, which these students, they did for me. I didn't have that much of thinking. So my students did it just, and then I have given you this task. You first complete the task. When you complete your examination on Thursday, your first job is to cry that you have failed, and then after crying, automatically nature will heal the crying. Then you concentrate on this PPT file will be available for you. Then you download it, see it, find the next neighbor's number, and also solve all the problems before I give you a dictation, writing, and drawing. So with this, I conclude this lecture, and hopefully the other guys who are watching this video, who have watched the video, and who have not subscribed to my channel, if you have liked this, please subscribe to my channel. It costs you nothing if you subscribe to my channel, and it costs me definitely something. If the subscribers number increases, then definitely YouTube recognition will be more, and after 1,000 subscribers, I will be able to go online, live video program I can stream. So and many other things I'll get. So nothing costs you, but it definitely costs me. So if guys, that also is valid for you. If you are also by some chance looking to my videos at some time, there is no harm. If you like it, then just click the subscription button. Now, of course, that will bore you from time to time. If you get whenever I prepare videos, even for the Odia medium, there has been a long-standing due that Odia guys are constantly telling me, so you have forgotten us. You do Odia videos for class 9, class 10, class 8. So with this, I conclude this session. I'm closing the meeting, and bye bye.